people, it's the dirty hobby, and it was safe when I got all my ice stuff for my eyes and my back, my warm pads, cold pads. There's no way I can sleep. It's gonna be another night like last night. Tomorrow, is it? We'll have, if I'm up, I'll have Sharika's live. Go and check that out. She makes the most beautiful, like all her own jewelry art. I'm trying to get this cold on my back. Get up here. I wanted to show you Ricky's hair. See how it turned out. Did you see it? Beautiful big hair. Going in the nursery. And at the minute she's been so generous, haven't you? She's just been letting everybody borrow her crown. I think, yeah, over there, Cyan has it at the minute. But that's a portrait. Baby, yeah, sorry, of one of my two daughters. My husband's lying out in the living room. He's not well either. He's trying to get some rest. It's just, oh, this knee thing. I don't know how many of you out there have had knee replacements, or, oh my goodness, I've been told I'll probably have to have them as well. And after that, now I am seriously not looking forward to it. This is just, I'm taking out the wee bottom elastics, you know, just the wee clear ones that you buy. And Ricky, she wasn't given the thickest of hair. Sometimes I do this to try and thicken it up, and then other times, because it's human hair, I could just curl it if I want. Like with my curling stick. But this is just, oh, my back. I'm gonna have to adjust things around a little bit. Oh my goodness, Ricky, sorry. Ricky Rose. Ricky Rose. Oh. Here we go. She was in her beautiful blue, so she was, her beautiful Becca. Becca's Happy Place. And then, oh my goodness, now you can't see her. What is happening, Ricky? Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, is that it? Now can you see her? I just can't sit forward like that with my back. I just can't do anything with it at the minute. And I mean, you have to, don't you? I mean, unless you can afford your own private maid or maids or whatever. And even in a small flat like this, there's just so much to be done. That's why I've been trying to downsize as well, because when you have so many dolls too, and you've got all the clothes for them, and then you've got all the bows, and then you've got all the socks, and then the shoes, and all the accessories, and it's been very, very hard. And as I was saying before, I sent boxes and bags away to my friend Emma in County Down, because I was just buying, like, oh my goodness, so much when I first discovered that Vinted. Is that it? But I've kind of slowed down, you know, now. I've been trying to get, I've been told now that I need to look for tiny baby. Wherever I'm looking, if it's eBay or Vinted or whatever, then apparently that's what I should be typing in. Because, yes, reborn expecting, or that's what we used to say, the OGs. Anyways, echoes. And just yesterday was it our beautiful Lynn. Bella blessings. I'm so glad to have her back. I just adore her babies and I adore her. Her positivity, her prayers, her faith. And of course, her beautiful family of reborns, her collection. She has a couple done by Teresa, you know, who did My Little Dream. Teresa of Baby Steps Treasures Nursery, is it? Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, Lynn, by the way, because I was so looking forward yesterday to doing, because I was saying to you on your channel about me having the soft dolls. Now I got twins at Christmas, and then I got different sort of soft ones. The new Ollie dolls that's out or something like that. And then I have another set of twins and a wee tiny one, all made by the same lady on Etsy. I could never remember it. There's people that keeps telling me it, but I don't know, did Suzanne tell me one time, or Gail? Gail, I mean. Was it? Or was it Laurie? It starts with a W anyway. Waldorf or something. Dolls. Oh my goodness, my back. I don't even know if I can finish this. These are so handy here, but you have to put them in so tightly or they just a bit, well, it looks like nothing happened anyway because the plates are covered out and it's just, I mean, it'll be thickened up a wee bit, but I don't know. God, back really hurts. My stomach. I was eating cheesecake again. I have to get the wee scissors and just try and speed this up. Don't worry, Ricky. We're not going to cut your plaits or your hair off, and we're not going to... Does anybody remember when I was doing this, when I was putting these in? I'm sure you remember, Ricky, huh? Tell them what happened to you. What did your crazy, crazy mother do? Mummy dears, yep, she let you fall off the bed. Ricky here is 42 inches, I think. She is, when I first ordered her, her artist was actually in England. And then she didn't say at the start that she was on her way to America. And I mean, she was just so expensive. And as I said before, I didn't even know at the time anything like, you know, one of those masterpiece dolls. Even like I would have just gotten one of those, which was like a third or something of the price literally that I paid for Ricky here. But she wasn't actually the dearest in the nursery. I used to have a partial silicone. Caroline would know that. My besties and Kim Philpin, Sue that used to be on. Does anybody remember Sue? Sue Hopalong? Love Sue. I found her again recently, guess. She's actually okay. Found her through Kim Philpin. She used to have a brilliant channel. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. They would remember it was a partial silicoated. It was called Little D. But she was very heavy, very, very good size. Not like, I mean, I think most of them you see these days are from like 12 inches and everything, aren't they? I don't know, but anyway, she was done by Phil Donnelly. And then, was it Marion Keys or somebody else painted her in England? And that was like 14 years ago. She was one of the first. I just did a wee monkey. One of those wee monkeys, and I was waiting on her. She was like 1,600. Seriously, pounds or something then. And there was ones that you could still get. You okay? You look funny in that camera. But yeah. She is now with my friend Emma in County Down, who also has a channel. Love comes in all shapes and sizes. I think that's the first time I remembered it on my own. And she has hamsters and everything. You should need to go over there and have a look, yes, please. Yeah. She didn't, I gifted her to her because, you know the way it is. Sometimes you just have to downsize and different reasons for doing different things. And I knew that she would be really, really well, taken care of and loved. And I mean, Emma was just completely over the moon. And she sends pictures. We're on WhatsApp every day, and she takes really good care of her. Please don't start sending in these notifications. I don't know if that happens to you people, but yeah, a lot of the time I start getting these notifications and it actually stops the video. My goodness, which is already over 13 minutes. I never expected this to take so long. Well, see, we could have, there's a bit more thickness there, look, and a bit like the way it's supposed to be. But, and of course Ricky doesn't feel this because she is at all. And also, what was I saying about Little D? Yeah, my psychologist at the time that I was seeing actually said that it was just his opinion, We didn't even know half the stuff at the time. We were just guessing. And he was saying that I'd be better off having a doll. He definitely believed they would be amazing for therapy and not just for people, like that I couldn't have kids or people, dementia and all that, but people maybe that, was abused and had other problems when they were kids and stuff like that. And so that's when I got Bonnie D. That's my real therapy doll. I have lots of mini-me's, but I mean, she's the one that I bought mainly for my therapy. And as I said, guys, recently the situation here, I'm actually in the Northern Ireland part. And apparently it's the worst part in the whole of the UK to be able to get assessed and to get in like anywhere at all to be seen. And I actually passed everything. I was over 2 hours with the doctor and I got in. It was a psychotherapist. It started with my own doctor wanting me to see a psychotherapist in particular for some reason. I I don't really know the difference. Put it in the comments if you know the difference. But anyway, my appointment comes around once again, and I literally can't get out of the bed. But these people, they just don't believe you, and you just, I mean, I understand that you can't be just missing all these appointments. There's so many people that needs help, and you know, but they just don't give you a chance. You know, people that are ill and chronic illnesses. And so, like, after all that, and then they said that, of course, oh, that's, you know, all she has to do if she goes back now and gets another letter and all that. But that was the same time that my own doctor, for some reason, and we still don't know why, has just disappeared. He was coming out here to see me regularly, and he was fantastic, and he got me the 6 months treatment of the DBT treatment and all of that. And he said that, oh, I don't know. So anyway, so far I haven't bothered because it was something to do with, you know, memories coming up, and it can start through dreams and all that sort of stuff, which mine did. And then I said to him that I think most people, you know, might not want to remember that kind of stuff anyway. I mean, I'm 61 years of age now. I have enough to be dealing with, you know, trying to see my grandchildren whenever I can. Her mummy called down on Mother's Day. It was a wonderful surprise. She was hugging me when she was leaving, and she was, you know, collecting the wee one that had been staying down with me the night before. And I just, you know, did not want to let go, because you just don't know, you know, when you're going to see her again. When I'm editing this, guys, I'll probably just speed some of this up. I don't really know if I even know how to do that, but I really didn't think it was going to take this long. Anyway, I was asking her this year, was there any way we could do even just like 2 days? I mean, it's a beautiful beach town, but it's actually only 14 miles from where I live. And there's a beautiful, beautiful B&B down there, and it's like 2 meters or something, a wee bridge, and you're in Swan Lake, and it's just absolutely stunning. All the wee, you know, the water running and all the wee bridges, and you know, I was thinking maybe for the first time I could take my Duna and try and have a wee walk up to the town. It's just outside the town. The thing is, there's no real crazy mad amusements in it, and Waterworld and all these other things for the grandchildren that Bundoran would have, and that's where we normally go. But I mean, last year again, I ended up, you might remember, having to come home early, and I mean, it was literally all the traveling, and even like sitting in a car like that is basically actually one of the worst things I could do. Or if somebody was, by some miracle, to invite me for Christmas dinner or something, like sitting at a table to eat with just, you know, my neck where I broke it. It's a different thing altogether, degenerative disease and stuff like that. I mean, that would just start jagging and be really painful, and you know, so I thought, well, if we did something like that, it's only down the road, so I would I would be okay by the time I reached there. And there's still like there's still a big cinema and everything, and I think there's amusements there, but they're outside. They're just outside of the town. But the thing is, for a change, a big change, it could be about me, because that's where we went every year for our holidays. Couldn't afford anything else. When I was growing up, we stayed in a caravan, and then me and my brother, mostly, Columba, we went into the town, and there used to be these car games, like big giant things you had to stand at, you know, not like these days, but we had so much fun. And I went there once a few years ago. It was the last time I was out, or the last time I wasn't anywhere, and it was for a couple of days with Jim. And we stayed in a wee place. It was called the Town Clock, and oh my goodness, yeah, I was able to go around all the places. Most of them was all boarded up. And okay, guys, this is over 20 minutes. I'm gonna just pause you and come back, okay? Hi guys, we're back, part 2. Take this thing off. Got wee Storm there watching. Just have to dump out all those elastics, and then this girl here she had to go to marriage too. She couldn't even sit up like this or anything. Oh my goodness, don't tell me this is going to take long as well. Oh, you know what, I just had a thought a minute ago, because I've been thinking about starting lives. I did one before, and I think it was Caroline helped me out that night, and Shelby, I think. We were quite close at the time. I don't get any notifications from Shelby either. I found her a couple of weeks ago again, and I don't know what YouTube is up to with me, but anyway, it's probably me. But I was just thinking, like, I could have done it tonight if I had knew that this was going to take so long, because you guys could have been on there, whoever came, chatting to each other. You know what I mean? See, some of these is okay. You just put the wee point of the comb. That's what it is, a comb. You see, I have to sit up again because this is just too severe, my back. Look, I must have cut half of her hair. There's hair everywhere. It's not even mine. Look at this. But there's no other way to get them out, because it would have took us 100 years. But tomorrow is St. Paddy's Day, and I normally did a recording, you know, just off the television or something to show you guys what it's like here. Like there's so many celebrations here, and it was on the TV and everything. I've never actually been at it. I've never actually even seen the lights or anything, fireworks. Never had anybody even to take me up. I don't drive. Right, I have to climb up here again. Excuse me, people. But yeah, if I had known this in advance, oh my goodness. Oh, Ricky. Oh, I don't even know. I think I moved the camera way back, but I still don't think you could see anything. I'm sorry, but it would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Put the live, and then, but a couple of people were asking me recently that they were just saying, like, why did you never do another one? And people did actually show up, a few people that night, and you know, it went okay, but I was just so nervous. And you know, especially when you're somebody like me, and it's just a fact. It's not looking for pity or anything else, but when you were last picked for everything in school, or even with your own family and friends in the street and stuff like that, you don't really expect people to show up at a life. I mean, look how long it took me to get those subs for that giveaway. 14 years, every time I think about that. Oh, that started off a couple of years ago, that particular one. I mean, I've done loads of giveaways, but the rules in that was that you had to go over and subscribe to Iris's channel. I remember that. Do you still remember that, Iris? Iris Johnson. She's adorable. Shout out for Iris. We could do that while we're sitting here, and now I feel like I've done a hole. I need to get a new bed again, guys. Do you know this bed? This electric, like, automatic bed, I kid you not, was an actual gift. I mean, that's some gift, isn't it? Best gift I ever had from our Melody, the Ratty, in the Sparrow's Nest, and I was just so shocked. But I'll tell you what, it has really come in handy. See, so you sort of go underneath there and you could fix it. And then you can start to see the thickness now and the way it thickens it up. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it like that. I'm going to have to get up, guys. Just suffer the pain. Hi. So yeah. Please, Ricky, you are just really scary to work with. I mean, Mary said before she had to put a whole rod thing through her just so that she could sit like this, even for pictures and having her hair done. And of course, she used to be on a stand, but then I just thought, like, she was just on a stand, not part of the family, and just stuck in a corner. And I know she's just a doll, but sure. Couldn't have that. And Mary, my artist in Dublin, I have to laugh at that. Like, I just call her my artist as if she's just my artist and nobody else's. But she's been so good to me, she really has. Over the years, I would have been lost. I certainly wouldn't have known what to do about Ricky. Some of her problems. She came apart, she came in two halves. Whatever way the sculpt here is made, she was just tied up with a wee thin bit of cord around her, her waist here. You have to be still careful when you're lifting it. Make sure you lift her onto the legs and, you know, things like that. She's supposed to be going to my granddaughter eventually. She's a portrait doll of my first granddaughter, who is now 18. But I don't really think she wants her. I don't know. I've been thinking about that recently too, and I've heard a few other people, Becca and a few other people mention it in their videos. What do you guys think about, you know, I mean, I know I actually had a list of names down before. I don't know where it is now, I lost it. And I was even showing it to my second daughter and saying to her, this is where I wanted the dolls to go if anything happened to me. And but like, I had far less then as well, and it wouldn't really matter. I've got like over 70 to 80 dolls, but most of them just wee small collections of dolls. But the actual reborns, I think there's like 11 or 12 or something, that I would kind of like to know. And I know my daughters have already said they basically don't want nothing to do with them. So And I said, one time I said, what do you mean? What about the one that's you know, actually me? Because, like, they're just not like me at all in that way. I just would have been so different. I don't think this has been very good for Ricky's hair. As bad as my own. Mine was even way worse than that. After the shower. And I had a wee doctor too, who is finishing her training. And then she basically said she can't wait to get back to Canada. She said it's like amazing over there compared to here. I'm going to be more comfortable, I think, up on my feet. Oh, Ricky, oh my goodness, guys, what am I like? There is no hope for me. You just have to be so careful working with these big dolls. So careful. They're so heavy and awkward, and hence why we don't do it very often. This is nearly like 10 minutes again. I'm going to have to pause you again and finish it off. Put you back in all a bit, guys. See if that helps. I don't know. Can you even see? You see the way it's thickened up now whenever you start to brush it out? And this is already 3 different parts. Like, I don't want to be taking up all your time. And as I said, this would have been a perfect night if I had a thought to start my lives. And there's one that I want to do with Jimbo. Hopefully, because I got these wee cards at Christmas and they just sound so funny. You know, you get 5 or, well, you could do as many questions as you like, but it would take longer than you think. I think to do them online. So I was going to start with like 5 questions each to see, you know, who knows who the best. Because I know for a fact that I would win. I already know I'm the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. There we go. Then if you get it up, bunched up on over the side, it's gorgeous. But I know you can't even see it. Poor Ricky. Oh my goodness, it's just... If I could just stick that on it for now to give you a wee idea. I was going to change her and everything, but there's just no way tonight, guys. But so let me know in the comments, please, what you would think about a live. We could do the first one, that game with me and Jimbo. He said he would do it, and well, normally anyway. Normally he's very funny, very funny. So I don't know who was showing what or what was going on in that video, Ricky. Very sorry. Oh my goodness, we'll have to have a look back and try and edit it a bit. But I mean, it's very thick at the top here. Very, you just can't see it properly at the minute, but I'll come back, I will change her, and yeah, I'll have a look at the comments and see who commented or what. Little hint, perhaps, there. Okay, beautiful. Who's got your crown anyway at the minute? Are you going to sit there or... Woohoo! Nope. Sometimes if you put the arms back, you see, like that. Oh my goodness. The top's too big. Oh, Cyan. It's time to give it back, I think. There we go. You still can't even see her. Okay, Ricky, say bye-bye. Keep dancing.